Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to run you through some of the gear that I use, or actually all of the gear that I use for the run and shoot, to show you what I used and to let you know what I thought of it. First off, I used my Dueck Defense, my DDM4 version 11. It's got all stock parts except for the trigger. This is a ALG Defense trigger. I changed it out because Dueck Defense did a recall on the triggers, so they said either ship it in and we'll do it, or get yourself a trigger and do it yourself. So that's what I did. The scope I am using, or used rather, is the Vortex Viper PST 1-4. It's a Gen 1. I have a MK Machining 3D printed throw lever on here because this dial is really tight. It worked well. I have the printout of my bullet drops in inches and MOA because the scope, the reticle in here, is actually in MOA. So I have that in there so I know where it's shooting at 100 0 and then all the way out to 600 yards. Moving on, I have the Surefire Scout light on here. Obviously didn't use it. I do enjoy it though. The iron sights, I use those for my close work, the cardboard targets that were close. They're offset. You can see they're the Dueck Defense, D-U-E-C-K Defense RTS. And they worked really well. I enjoy using them. It's an easy transition for me to be from here to here. So I enjoy that transition, and it works pretty well for me. The only other thing I have that's not stock is just a sling. It's the Magpul M3 Sling. Works well. It's adjustable. I highly recommend a sling for that kind of shooting, the run and shoot, whether it was here or here running, or sometimes I'd flip it around my back like that to go over an obstacle. It works well, stays where it's supposed to. It's a good sling. All right, on to the chest rig. This is a Condor Recon chest rig. I have a little pouch over here that I keep some miscellaneous stuff in here. Right now it has some medical gloves, and it has a little pocket knife that has a screwdriver on it. Next year I believe I'm going to run either a bottle of water with some Discipline Go in it, or just a straight up can of Discipline Go. I'll get to that in just a second. It also has an ITS medical pouch. It's a super nice medical pouch. You just pull and it comes open. I thankfully did not have to use it, but it's a nice medical pouch. Holds all your stuff that you need. I ran with 6 AR mags. They're all 30 rounders except for the Dueck Defense 32 rounder. And I always load my mags with 2 less rounds so I don't have any feeding issues with that. I put tape on all my magazines just so I can see that they are mine on the ground. And I run with bullets forward. You can run however you want, I guess. I'm sure that people argue the difference, but it works for me. I also ran with 6 pistol mags. I have, most of them are Glock mags, but I do have a few Magpul mags, and they worked fine for me. I didn't have any issues with them. That should be about it for the chest rig. It worked well. It runs well. The one thing that might be nice in the future is an actual plate carrier without plates that I can put some sort of magazines on the back to kind of share that load. This gets pretty front heavy, so all the weight's on the front. So in the future, I might see about switching to an actual plate carrier and just take the plates out. Moving on to the battle belt. This is an HSGI battle belt with an SOE belt in it. I have a ArchAngel Arms Kydex holster and mag carrier that I just zip tied to the belt. I didn't have the fastening toolage that you needed, and so I just zip tied it on, and it holds really well, and so I ran it that way. I got the Glock 19. This has about 5,500 rounds to it now. I have the TRL one on it. Obviously I didn't use the Leight at all, but it works well. The holster holds it well. Moving on around, I have 2 more mags over here. These are Glock 17 mags, and one of them is a Glock mag. The other one is a Magpul mag. Both of them worked well. And the other thing I have on here is a dump pouch. It's just a Condor dump pouch. I really like this thing. When I'm done with a magazine, I just drop it in there, and it does make some noise as it's bouncing around as you're running, but I'd rather have a little bit of noise and to be able to keep all my magazines than to wonder how many magazines I have floating out around there. So that's the belt. As far as the ammo, I shot the Magtech 9mm through my pistol. I had 0 malfunctions. Everything worked really well. And I shot the American Eagle, the 5.56 55 grain through my, or this is actually 223, not 5.56, so it is still 55 grain American Eagle, and I had no troubles with this either. It functioned really well, so I'll probably get some more of this and run it in the future. The other things that I ran my Howard Leight Impact Sport with the Noise Fighter Sightline gel pads. Man, these make it really comfortable to shoot. I have glasses that just lay over the top here, and they are so comfortable. There is 0 part of the day where you think, wow, my head hurts because of my ear pro. So yeah, these are fantastic. I highly recommend the Noise Fighter gel pads. And then the iPro that I ran are my Oakleys, and these are super nice. I like to keep these in good shape for shooting and for this competition because the lenses are so nice for shooting. When you put them on, it's like you don't have any lenses on at all. It's like you're seeing just regular, where you put on safety glasses or tinted safety glasses, and there's kind of a difference there. It's not quite as clear as your regular vision, but these are just super nice. Allows you to see targets, takes glares off anything. Really, really nice. I am super happy with these glasses. I've had them for a few years and just really enjoy them. I don't wear them a lot if I'm not shooting because I want to keep them nice. I don't want them scratched up or beat up or anything like that. And then one more thing I ran was this little cell phone pouch that it keeps moisture out. I ran it around my neck, and then I just tucked it behind my plate carrier, and that allowed me to have the timer for when you get to a station and you hit start the timer, and then when it's your turn, they say what was your wait time, and you got it right there, and you don't have to look at your watch and do the math and all that stuff. So worked well for me. I just slipped it right behind my chest rig, and it worked well. So that's what I ran, folks. Everything worked well. What I would change is I would change putting a water bottle in here or putting a can of Discipline Go. So Discipline Go, this is made by Origin Maine. This stuff is fantastic. It's an energy drink that doesn't spike you and then drop you, and it doesn't have a bunch of sugar. It's made with monk fruit, so that's you're getting the sweet stuff there without all the calories and all the garbage. And they pasteurize it so that you don't drink all those preservatives. So yeah, I probably next year am going to run with the can of this right in this pouch, either like that or just take a bottle of water and then get the powdered Discipline Go. I'll put a link down in the description where you can get this stuff. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So there we go, folks. That's what I ran. I hope it helps. And all of this stuff weighed about 30 pounds, about 28 and a half to 30 pounds. And so yeah, it's a load. You have to kind of practice with it beforehand and tighten things up and run with them. But yeah, it was a good experience. I would highly recommend it. And there's my loadout. Thanks for watching, folks.
Searching for knowledge that leads to understanding.